Assalamu Alaikum.
Wa Alaikum Assalam.
Which story are you going to tell me today, uncle?
Inshallah, I'll tell you the story of the Prophet's wife Khadija Rasulallah ta'ala anha.
MashaAllah, that is amazing. Please tell me the story, uncle.
Yes, Abu. I'll start now. The story of Khadija Rasulallah ta'ala anha. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Khadija al-Kubra, daughter of Khuwaylid bin Asad bin Qusayy, belonged to the clan of Banu Hashim of the tribe Banu Asad. According to many sources, Khadija was born in 565 AD and died 11 years after the Hijrah, which took place in 623 AD. Khadija grew up in Makkah and she got married to a merchant called Abu Hala bin Zurura. They had two sons called Hind and Hala. Her husband didn't live long and he died after she gave birth to their sons. After the death of her husband, she got married to another merchant named Atiq bin Aid. They had a daughter and named her Hind, but this marriage too didn't last for long. Her second husband passed away soon. Khadija Rasulallah ta'ala anha belonged to a rich family and she inherited the wealth of her husband as well. She performed good deeds with her wealth. She was not only wise, but she was very good in conducting business. She started handling their family's trading business herself. She would buy goods and do business with traders in Yemen and Syria. Since she was a woman, she couldn't travel to these distant lands. She hired people to do this job for her. People from faraway lands traveled to Yemen through Makkah. Many of these travelers took halt in Makkah for food and rest. They used to set up temporary shops in the market and trade their goods with other merchants. One day, Abu Talib, the uncle of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was sitting in the market. He overheard two men discussing about Khadija. They talked to each other about the news of Khadija Rasulallah ta'ala anha looking for a new man to assist her in business. It was a well-known fact that Khadija paid her men more than anyone else. Abu Talib, who overheard this, thought about his nephew. He wanted the young prophet to learn business so that he could look after himself. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had grown into a young man by now. He was liked by everyone for his good character and wisdom that he received the title Al-Amin, which meant the faithful. Abu Talib met the Prophet and asked him to meet Khadija for the job. The Prophet didn't want to be a burden on his uncle's family who were already struggling. So he agreed to meet Khadija for the job. Abu Talib really wanted his nephew to get the job. So he decided to meet Khadija himself first. He went to her house, introduced himself and said, "My nephew is called Al-Amin by people in Makkah. He is looking for a job. I heard you are hiring someone for your caravan. It would be great if you can hire him." Khadija knew Abu Talib and she had heard good things about the young prophet. "I have heard about your nephew. I would be happy to hire him. Ask him to come and meet me tomorrow." The Prophet met Khadija Rasulallah ta'ala anha and she immediately hired him. She made him in charge of a trade caravan to Syria. Prophet was very happy to work for her. He was only 25 years old and full of energy. He was confident of doing good business for his master. This was not the first time that the Prophet was traveling to Syria. He had been there once with his uncle Abu Talib. He was just 12 years old then, and he had been there to sell some of his uncle's merchandise. But things were different now. He was made in charge of the whole team. He knew that he had to take good care of the merchandise and use his skills to make good profit. Khadija knew that Prophet was young and there were chances that people would take advantage of his inexperience. To aid him, she sent her trusted servant Maysara along with him. The journey from Makkah to Syria took several days to complete and tested the strongest men. At first, they traveled under the scorching sun through the desert. Once they crossed the desert, they now had to travel through forests for many days. And after many days of travel, they finally reached Syria. The market in Syria was much bigger than the one in Makkah. There were traders everywhere. The place had changed much since the Prophet's last visit. Maysara soon found a spot for the camels under a tree. They tied their camels, unpacked their goods, and put them up for display. Soon they were surrounded by curious merchants who came to see what they are selling. Prophet and Maysara sold all their goods in no time. The Prophet had bargained for the best price for all his merchandise. Once they had enough money with them, Prophet decided to take a walk in the market. He was amazed at the quality of goods they were selling in the market. People came from all over, Turkey, China, India, and many other places to sell their goods. He knew that these goods would get excellent price if taken back to Makkah. The Prophet talked to the traders and got excellent price for the goods they sold. They loaded their caravans with goods and left from Syria. They had made good profits and they also had many goods that would get excellent profit in the markets of Makkah. The people of Makkah were amazed to see the caravan loaded with goods. They wondered what were in those bags. The Prophet handed over all the money he had made by selling her goods in Syria. He also handed over all the goods he had brought from there. Khadija was surprised. Prophet had made double the profits than anyone before him. He had also brought many merchandise as well. She knew that this was all because of his excellent character. When the Prophet left, she called Maysara and asked him how the Prophet behaved. He praised the Prophet. I have never seen anybody more honest and more trustworthy than Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Khadija gave Prophet additional responsibilities and he performed those much to her satisfaction. As days went by, she was more and more impressed by the Prophet's character.
MashaAllah, that was such a great story.
I'm glad you liked it, my son.
Are there any more stories of Bibi Fatima Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha, uncle?
Yes, my son. There are many other interesting stories. I'll tell you those later. It is time for me to leave. Goodbye.
Goodbye.